I feel like, with my podcast or my messages sometimes it could come off as dry, it comes off as, just me sounding robotic. And, I'm still new to this podcasting thing, and I'm really trying to make it more engaging, make it more, heartfelt. And like, what better way to do that is talk about more about myself. But I don't want to just focus on myself, because I made these podcasts for you guys, my fans, my subscribers, my viewers. So, but I feel like you guys like it more when I'm like transparent, when I'm more like honest and more open with myself. Like when I did that video I did a while back telling my, testimony of following, of being a Christian. I was really, I was just really just open and just got, and one of the people who do the I do my hangouts with from the forums that I'm on in the 2000s. He's the one of the first people who comment on that video. So it really just said, oh, you know what? Let me just, tell my story, but still give you guys, encouragement, give you guys, nuggets of wisdom, that can help a lot of you guys, that can help you in your journey. So in this video, I want to talk about what makes me driven because, why do I upload daily? Why am I so passionate about, writing poetry? Why I'm so passionate about doing YouTube videos? Why I am doing podcasts? Why, I'm doing all these different things on my channel? And you know, that has a lot to do with the fact that, I want to get a following or organic following on social media because I feel like I have something. I have a gift. I have something to give to the world. I look at my life. I look at the things I've gone through in my life. I look at, the obstacles I face. I look at, just my life in the last few years, with my mom going through, chemo, kind of having ovarian cancer, me trying to finish school, trying to finish college, um, you know, trying to figure out where does God trying to take me with my poetry, and just going through a lot of you know, questions in my head, because I'm at that age where, you know, where kids, go out to the world and find their careers and find what they're going to do for the next 20, 30 years. And for me, poetry's been something that I've been passionate about for a very long time, but it's just something that I'm just still figuring out how can I make it, to where it's I can support myself, but at the same time, I can impact more people. I can impact a lot of people because I always felt like God wanted me to do this. I always felt like this was something I'm called to do. But at the same time, I don't want to be a starving artist. That's one of my biggest like fears. Is being a starving artist because being a starving artist means that you have to work a 9 to 5 job, which is not a terrible thing. But like when you want to do so many great things, like you want to travel the world, you want to tour, you want to have your own organization where you like can help kids, finding dreams and stuff like that. You want to you want to do some, you know, you want to have an organization that helps like special needs kids, kids on the autism spectrum. Like when you have all these dreams in your head, from a young age, like that your life, that you're called for something greater than just the ordinary, just than just what everybody expects you to do. So that's been something I struggle with a lot, and that's why a lot of the poems I've written in this book are kind of talking about that. Like what's that poem I did that kind of explains that? Um, Nazareth, yeah, that poem Nazareth, where I talked about, you know, like what if, like because if I'm just delusional, I'm just crazy, because like I know, because like it's not going the way I expect to go. Things ain't going the way I hoped it will go. Like I hope by this point, I will be like getting more recognition as a spoken word artist, like locally, and that's not really going the way I hoped it would go. I was hoping to go to more open mics, by the time I finish college, and like it's not happening right now. So I'm just, really just like, being patient and just like really, really just, figuring out what ways can I grow as a, as an artist, you know, you know, but make at scale, you know, but do it in a way that's not gonna, cost any money or whatever, because I know that, if I wanna, really do spoken word, like go to open mics, I had to 9 times out of 10 travel, to, bigger cities, and so, and right now I don't have the, finance, the means to do that at the moment. But with this YouTube channel, I can, reach an audience, that's in the West Coast, that's in the, in a different country, and they can just comment on my videos. So that's the only way I know how to grow an audience is by YouTube, by social media. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's been slow. I didn't, right now I'm at 104 subscribers. I was at 105 just last week. It just shows that, YouTube, you really gotta, find out who you're trying to reach, because, like, it's so easy to lose subscribers, especially when they're not engaged in your videos. And that's why I'm doing this podcast today, because I want to get you guys engaged. I want to get you guys, commenting on my videos. I want to get you guys, really, really just talking to me. It's really just, giving me feedback on what you guys think of my channel, what you guys want to see, what ways can I, what ways can I, grow my channel, but still stay true to my brand, with a purpose, like be like an inspirational, positive YouTuber, but still, I mean, because, like I said, I do like other things besides, poetry, obviously. I mean, I do like gaming videos. I do like, I had dabbled into that a little bit, but like the main reason I started YouTube in the first place was through poetry. So that's why I just been like figuring out topics, figuring out ways can I expand, I can expound topics I can expound upon, you know. So with all that being said, I I'm really, what keeps me driven is you guys. What keeps me driven is, it's just the fact that I live in this incredible time, in society where you can, reach people through a click of a button, through a text, through a tweet, or whatever. You don't need a whole lot of money or, resources to do, to make a move, nowadays, like you did 20, 30 years ago, because, back in those days, you had to worry about gatekeepers, like if your book wasn't like this, or if your song wasn't, appeal to this type of market, then you wasn't gonna go anywhere, despite how talented you were. It was all about what the masses went, not just purely on talent. So I thank God that we live in a more in a more, in a more communal based world. So I thank God for that. So I'm just really just using this platform just to reach people, just to find out who is my audience, what's the people who will support me, who will share my videos, who will comment on my videos, who will give me a like, who will talk about me when they're not, to their friends, say, yo, check this person out. He does poetry, he does podcasts. You need to check him out. Who's gonna give me that type of love? And I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that to, if, to make fun of you guys, but I'm saying that to let you guys know that, you know, I don't just want to do these videos just so I can, you know, just so I can be famous or whatever. I want to do these videos just to like me, just to build a community, build a real strong, tight knit community, to where that we talk on a regular basis. We can do podcasts together. We can, talk about our favorite, our dreams, our goals. You know, about our creativity. Like when I did that podcast with Sam Bennett, it was very refreshing, doing that, because he's a young YouTuber. He's very talented. He plays like several different instruments, and he's very intelligent, very articulate, and and like what so being around that, which is it's a real blessing. And then he was very he was very supportive of me. He was the only person who did the hashtag, and I was really it's nice of him doing that because I was doing the hashtag for a while. Nobody was sharing it, but he shared it and he on his Instagram story, and that was really nice. So like that shows that I have fans, and that shows that I got something, that something I have that is clicking with people, and that's what's keep me driven. That's what keep me doing these videos. Like I want to keep you guys entertained. I want to keep you guys engaged in my content. I want to make sure that you guys, you know, are getting something from me besides just videos for video's sake. That you guys are getting like information. You guys are getting encouragement, motivation. You know, you guys are getting help. You guys are getting advice. For somebody who's been to gone through high school, has gone through college. Like you guys are getting like sound practical advice from somebody that's like your age or somebody that's like a little older than you. So it's because I know a lot of times when people tell you to do like motivational, inspirational content, they usually be guys who like in their 30s and 40s. You feel like you can't get to that. You feel like that. You feel that's so. You feel like they way out of your reach. You talk about to achieve your dreams and believe in yourself, but they so like um above you. They so higher than you in life to where you feel like you can't relate to them. But with me, I'm somebody who's just graduated college, just got my book, and while my life is not while I'm nowhere near living the life I want to live, I could still use my past experience to help you guys and show you guys where I was just a year ago when I was just like stressed out. I was discouraged. I was kind of lonely. Just going through a point in my life where I just felt like, what am I doing with my life? Like I got this amazing gift. I met all these great people, but I can't like really talk to them on a regular basis because they live different parts of the state. You know, I thought I met mm, sorry. Um, I met this kid, and I losing a friend palm I did a month ago, who I thought was a really great, who was obviously really close friends with, but when we ended up not liking, but he ended up, not wanting to talk to me anymore, and it was just like a very hurtful feeling. Like I just felt so like lost that time, and then I thought I was gonna go to Atlanta last year, but this lady was a poet. She was an author. She was a CEO and a pastor and whatever. And I thought she was gonna really like put me on, and it ended up and I ended up finding she was a con artist and not really like hurt me as well. So I just like kind of going through a point where I just felt like, man, God, like I thought I should be here. Like I've been doing this for so long. I thought I was doing it for so long. I feel like I'm not going anywhere in my life. I'm not driving. I'm not, all my classmates from high school or had, already moved on to university. My classmates are like 4 or 5 years younger than me. Like, I just felt like I was behind. I felt like I wasn't where I should be. And it was just so discouraging to feel that way. So that's why I wrote those poems. That's why these, a lot of the poems in my book are talking about that because I want to let you guys know that I know that I am nowhere, that I didn't have this overnight, that I didn't have, that life is not that that I wasn't born like this, that my life is not perfect, I'm not perfect, I never, I never, I'm still I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still figuring myself out, I'm not where I want to be in life, financially, I'm not where I want to be in life, just from a pure status perspective, but I'm not exactly where I want to be in life, but at the same time, I'm content that I have great friends, I have great family, I have encouragement, I have support from you guys. I'm content to where I'm not trying to compare myself to other people. So the reason why I'm so driven, the reason why I'm so passionate It's because I know what it feels like to feel empty. I know what it feels like to be lost. I know what it feels like to want something so bad, but you feel like you can't get there because you don't know the right people, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources. Like I know what that feels like. That's why I do what I do because I've been there, done that. I cried on these YouTube videos sometimes. I cried on my Facebook lives when I was doing that in 2017. Like I know what it's like to want something, but nobody, but either nobody really understands it, you know, nobody can really relate to you because your dream is so different than what other people, than what your friends want in life. Like when I tell people I want to be a poet, they like what, you know, when I tell people that, it's just like you just get like a weird look because like because I live in a small town and like most people where I live, they want to be nurses, they want to be teachers, they want to be they want to be nurses, they want to be teachers, or they want to be engineers, or they want to work at a chicken factory. Which is not bad. There's nothing wrong with those things, but like I knew that my dream is big. It's gonna be bigger than Richmond County. It's gonna be bigger than North Carolina. Like I knew my dream was gonna be so big to where like people all over the world is gonna know who I am. So like I knew that I had something that I was bigger than just you know bigger than just the area I live in. So I'm so like that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard sometimes telling people your dreams because like you feel like as soon as you tell your dreams, the moment you just automatically get discouraged. You automatically feel isolated. You automatically, people may think you weird. You know, I mean like like I don't. I mean I'm not. I was never a person who I was always been this thick skinned. I never like I never really took what people said about me to heart if it's like a random person, but like at the same time I just feel like like the people who matter to you the most a lot of times will discourage you from following your dreams. People like family members, your friends. Like sometimes when I tell them like when I finished my book, my mom felt like I was being too negative. I was like you should be so positive. Like are you trying to be a rapper or whatever? She don't understand because again like stuff where I'm trying to go. Like she think I'm just trying to write to our family. She don't realize that I have a social media following that transcends. That's national. I got people in California that watches me on YouTube. You know, and so and she's like, oh, and then I got into a lot of arguments and stuff like that, and so it's hard. Like it's really hard when when you have something, you want something, but it's not what your parents expect from you. It's not what your friends think is the right thing to do. It's not what your teachers say it's the right thing to do. Like I get it. So, but you should follow your dreams. You should go after your dreams. And I want to be somebody who I want to be one of those people who follow their dreams and who are able to make something out of themselves despite all the things despite all the adversity, all the limitations, all the scrutiny, and all the the pain. I want to be one of those people. So that's why I am so passionate. That's why I'm so driven with these YouTube videos. So with that being said, yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna read one of my poems that I've done on my YouTube channel. It's called God Driven. This poem pretty much embodies what I've been saying these last 20 minutes or so. I've been on here. I wasn't expecting to do another poem because I figured this is just kind of like a general lies video, but my podcast. I mean, but like but since I'm talking about being driven, I guess it's only appropriate that I do this poem. Okay, where's the poem? I know I wrote it. All right, here it is. All right, this is God driven. There's a reason why I stay up so late. A reason why I continue to write the way I do. Because I'm so God driven. The reason why I go so hard on the page. To show you my story, my trials and tribulations on stage. Poetry is an outlet where I could create my own structure. I could tell my narrative without worrying about being fancy. I was always told what I couldn't do, so working hard to prove the devil wrong. Had so many haters and naysayers who don't know what game I'm in. It's legacy over currency. It's showing people that dreams can come true when you have a plan and purpose. While it may seem like I'm just chilling on the surface, behind the scenes I'm grinding. Every day I'm working. I'm doing this for those who've been counting out, those who were told they wouldn't be amount to nothing, those who were told they were crazy for not pursuing medical law, those who follow their passion above all. That's why I'm so God driven. So, God driven, this poem pretty much is explaining what I've been talking about, what I've been saying these last few minutes of this video, because I want you guys to understand that yes, yes, I, written a book. Yes, it may seem like, that I am successful. It may seem like you know, that I achieved something that's beyond y'all reach. But, like I said, self-publishing a book is super easy. Like anybody could do it. You just have to have the discipline to do it. You just have the, the focus to write a novel or whatever you're trying to write, a novel, a poetry book, an autobiography, whatever it is you're trying to write, a fantasy novel, whatever you're trying to write, you just have the discipline and focus to write it. But it's super easy, it's free, and just one of the reasons why I'm so blessed to live in this era of technology because if I wanted to write a book like 20, 30 years ago, I would have to find a publisher and like I was able to do that with my first book, A New Beginning, which is on Amazon as well. But with that book, it costs like a lot of money just to publish it. And my mom wanted to, I was trying to sell it to everybody, from my, everybody who I went to church with, the people I went to school with. Many people who bought it was mainly like church folks, church people, and like which is fine. But I want my this book to appeal towards people in my age group, which is why I'm so because I know that the reason why I write poetry in the first place is because I want to reach young people. So like you know I made this book specifically let people know that yes, I mean obviously people are older gonna buy it if you're like a parent, if you're a pastor, youth pastor, you might want to buy it. You might be interested in buying it as well, or just a regular or just a regular Joe who has to love poetry, you might enjoy the book. But I've mainly written this book for young people who are just, you know, at that place in their life, at that crossroads in life, in that late teens, early 20s, trying to figure out what is it that they were, you know, created to do. Like this is who I've written this book for. So so that's why I made this poem so real, so authentic, so transparent, because I know that young people need that. Young people want that. They're tired of of the lies. They're tired of fluff. They're tired of you know being told you can be anything you want to be, and then when you get into the real world, they found out they can't they can't do what it is that they really want to do. Like they're tired of being told lies. They're tired of being told negativity. They're tired of feeling like they're tired of feeling like they have to they have to work. You have to be a corporate slave just to make a living. Like they're tired of that. So that's why I made this poem the way I made the poem. The way, not the poem, the book. I made the book the way I made the book. So, you know, if you want to buy this book, you can buy it off Amazon, amazon.com/author/slash Marion Walker. The link is in the description below. It's also on the screen. So if you want to buy the book, the link is on the screen. But the book is $10. If you're into poetry, if you're feeling what I'm saying on these podcasts, and you want to support me in any way, shape, or form, you can buy the book. You can also donate to my PayPal. PayPal's is also on the screen, and also on the link down in the description below. So you can donate to my PayPal, paypal.me/mwalker1996. So like I'm just really passionate about what I'm doing, what I'm saying on these podcasts and on these YouTube videos, because I really want you guys to get it. I really want you guys to live your dreams. I really want you guys to do what it is that you love doing, despite what they say. All right, my mom's calling me, so let me pause for a second. Oh, that's like Hamlet going to a. Okay. Let's go back to doing. All right, I'm back. Had to go for a quick second, but I'm just like really want you guys to understand that what I'm saying is coming from a real place. That I am not, a motivational speaker. I'm not one of these, successful gurus. That I'm just a regular old kid who just graduated college, who just has something to say, you know. So if you guys like this video, please like, please share, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You know, I really want you guys to you know, support me, but and when doing that, I also want to support you guys, you know. So, I just want you guys to, be successful and do, and even if you guys never buy my book or never donate to my PayPal, I mean, I'll appreciate just a comment, just a thank you. Like, just let me know that I'm doing something right, that I'm doing something of value, that I'm not just sitting up here talking on video and just and blurring out nonsense. That I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking from, a place of, personal experiences. Like, that's that's what this podcast is all about. So thank you guys for watching this video. Um, Again, please like, share, subscribe. Next podcast will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. I will do these every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. The reason why I changed the schedule, from weekly to dailies because, like, I want to get you guys more engaged because I realize that Saturdays, it's more predictable and you have to wait a whole week to do a podcast. And I plan, when you plan something for like a week in advance, sometimes people don't be ready or sometimes people forget. Like if I do it daily, at least if they miss a day, they just go right back to it tomorrow or whatever. So anyway, with that being said, this is Mario. Sign off. Ah man.